So the auction is here with the numbers of
90, 500, 10, 20. Sold!
and many more. A lot of retention happened, releases happened just for that single freaking tournament. Why but? When I was a kid, the best part about the IPL was its late night 8 p.m. matches. And that holy grail was coming from tuitions and glued to the Sony Max channel. And back then watching extra innings with Gaurav Kapoor, Shivani Dandrekar, Ashna Vijaya, Sameer Kocher, listening to Danny Morrison and Ravi Shastri at the toss time was pure nostalgia to me. I'm sure a lot of kids of my age can relate to this.
Oh, it's great to have you both on the show.
नमस्कार एक्सट्रीज आपका स्वागत
Namaskar!
But have you ever wondered why this game turned out to be so big? For me, it is a curious case for sure. Like, how is it so big financially? But more importantly, how is it emotionally significant for all of us? While I was researching for this video, I landed on Deepak Shehar's interview from Breakfast with Champion with Gaurav Kapoor. And here he mentioned the freedom we see today in Indian players taking a stride and hitting a six of the first ball. Because they know they have the financial backer which they need, which is so strong that they can take risk easily and play with somehow cool mind. So is it just because of this IPL is so big that it makes player risk friendly? No way, I'm sure there are a lot of secrets. What are those?
In the air, Srishant takes it. India wins.
Hey, you guys remember this moment from 2007 T20 World Cup? Well, apart from being India's international achievement, more than this, it was India's domestic achievement. But how? How it linked with the IPL then? Okay, build up done, calm down. So there was a tournament called the ICL, hosted by Z Entertainment. Sounds weird, right? Why Z would do this? Well, Z was looking to host a rival cricket tournament just like Kerry Packer did in the 1970s, challenging the establishment. And here ICL promised to change the inverted pyramid structure of the cricket. Inverted pyramid? Sounds unusual, right? Normally we relate this term with journalism rather than cricket. How is it used in this context? So understand the inverted pyramid structure of the cricket. So the inverted pyramid structure said there's a big difference in the resources and support given to the national cricket team compared to regional teams in India. And by effect of which, this means that player from regional team might not be fully developed when they get a chance to play for the national team. So when important national players get injured or retire, there's a lack of well-prepared replacement from the regions. And additionally, regional cricket boards rely on BCCI for financial support to build facilities and promote grassroots developments. Players at the top who are firmly established in the national team have a strong support from sports management firms and can afford top-notch personal trainers, psychotherapists and technical consultants, which most average player can't access. So this gap in resources and support can affect the overall strength and depth of India's cricket talent pool. It looks like ICL had a valid point, but the flaw lay in its execution. BCCI never sanctioned the tournament, and hosting an event without the main governing body's approval is a clear oversight. And it's totally comparable to our childhood days, right? Where we have to take our parents' permission to attend a birthday party, which was a basic protocol then. And the same thing happened over here. So obtaining consent from the main body is an essential step in any event organization. For us as a cricket fan from the outside, it totally looks like a rebel or rival tactics to dismantle the establishment. Anyways, man, well, the ICL story is for the another video. Yes, for the views. So with this, all the hustle and fuss with this curious case, a cricket renaissance happened with a name called the Indian Premier League, IPL. Jeez, those thrilling matches, last over finishes, super over, and the fascinating world behind the scenes. But one more word: criticism. Yes, you heard it right, criticism, which is just an adjective of the IPL in many ways. Well, some complain about the players' workload, some to even reject the concept of the IPL. Why but? In one interview, Michael Holding, a critique of the whole T20 format, not just IPL, went so far and compared it to a cartoon. Yes, he did. And late Bishan Singh Bedi, a legendary left-arm spinner for India, he said IPL is scam.
आईपीएल को मत लाओ इसमें प्लीज इससे बड़ा स्कैम मेरे विचार में और कोई नहीं है हिंदुस्तान में
Yes, that's what he said in simple words. Scam. Well, Mr. Bedi, main concern is about the sources and destination of the large amount of money which is involved in it. And he mentioned Maine, particularly during the second edition of the IPL in South Africa. He realized that millions were transferred out of the country without the finance minister's approval. And then we have our sir, Joyfree Boycott, raising an eyebrow at why English players prefer a 2-month picnic over representing their national team. Why they? But you know what? Legends have their own reservation. Their playing style, their ideologies, which is different totally when it compared to the current world. So they have their own doubts. They have a right to question. Anyways, 1, 2 and 3. And the critics just keep rolling in. But the more you read, you will find that transparency is needed. The game is a huge and trustworthy asset for billions of people here in India. Anyways, so critics got their wings when they heard about spot fixing in 2013 IPL edition. Yes, spot fixing. I hope you remember Srishant, right? Rajasthan Royals player, World Cup winning team member in 2011. If you recall that clip where Srishant was bowling with a white towel tucked in his trouser, which allegedly indicated a connection with bookies. A few other players like Ankit Chauhan, Ajit Chandelia were arrested by Delhi police on the charges of spot fixing, accused of intentionally underperforming. And with this case, Mudgal committee was formed just to know if that suspicion was right or wrong. And not only this, a lot happened. A lot of recommendation got made. The committee recommended crucial changes, including the fixing the retirement age for administrators at 70, removing those with criminal charges or other disqualification, limiting the tenure of office bearer to 2 consecutive terms, and enforcing 1 vote per state policy for transparency in BCCI dealings. Additionally, the BCCI president tenure was capped at 2 years, and measures were introduced to ensure officials' non-involvement in betting by requiring the disclosure of their assets to the governing board. And it to be clear that these reforms aim to enhance accountability, transparency, and the overall integrity of cricket administration in India. And this is just one point. I'll talk about the whole 2013 spot fixing matter in another video. So amidst all the buzz, cricket didn't stop. In that particular 2013 final also, viewership was at an all-time high, and broadcasting rights gradually increased year by year. From 8,000 crores in 2008 to now holding a plate of 48,390 crores. Crazy number, isn't it? And not only this, the IPL sponsorship is on meteoric rise as well. From 2008 to now, the IPL sponsorship fee tell a remarkable tale of financial exit. From DLF rupees 40 crores to now Tata's recent 335 crore deal, making people crazy. Just a small contribution to this financial incentive. That's it. Breathtaking numbers, isn't it? The more finances involved, more glamour to come, more fan base to come. And why wouldn't they bid? They should. The game is alive because of players, and players are there because of their fans. From MITV to CSK, from Madras to Karnataka's RCB, everyone is so glued to their players like a gum. Their loyal fan base is what makes IPL what it is in many ways. Even in a COVID season, they saw a meteoric rise. In a lockdown period, BCCI earned a mammoth amount of 4,000 crores, as some reports suggest. And IPL is now compared with NBA, Champions League, English Premier League, and few reports suggest that EPL clocked 37,000 spectators, whereas IPL achieved 32,000 spectators on an average. IPL broadcasting fee is noted to be higher than prominent leagues. Talking about IPL broadcasting revenue per match is second only to NFL now, which is 2.7 billion US dollars annually. Crazy, right? So this is what IPL is to you. More players, more finances, more criticism, but a treat to watch. The reason behind this is if an employee who works straight 12 hours can come back and also enjoy the game with his or her family. The reason behind this is people can relate to this sport more than any other thing in life. The reason behind this is game never demands a certain age to watch. From a kid who is going to a shop for chips to a senior who is watching the game and eating his or her medicines, everyone can enjoy the game comfortably. Thank you for watching.